All right, good afternoon, or good morning or good evening, depending on when you're watching this. Hope everybody's doing well. We actually skipped last week. I was out last week because I was in my reunion, my 35th high school reunion. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. We're also going to talk about the market. We're going to talk about what we're seeing, and we're also going to the big question for this week is it really a good time to buy? Should I buy? Everybody's basically saying, it's the wrong time, like it's not the right time to buy. Then why should you buy in the villages right now? Why should you buy? So we're going to address that question today. Basically what we're seeing right now, the last 7-day numbers in the villages from today, 7 days trailing, 36 new listings, 33 price decreases, 25 closed, 24 pending, which is actually better news than what we've seen the last 4 weeks. I'm going to tell you the last 4 weeks of, from now until probably it seems like July. July was a really slow month as far as closings. August, pretty much a little bit better, but kind of slow. And then September under contracts have been really slow. And then now we're starting to see a little bit of a pickup. Maybe it's because of season. Maybe it's because it's getting cooler up north. Maybe we've seen enough time from the time of interest rates climbing, from the spring of this year to now. A little bit of history is people saying, okay, well, the market hasn't crashed. Maybe we will see price decreases, and we have seen that. We've seen some adjustments in price. It's all on motivation. It's really kind of a tug of war between seller and buyer. Like buyers want a better deal, and sellers want to get the most. They want to go back to the spring market, and the buyers want to go to, 2019 numbers. So it's like there's tug of war here, and what's the answer? It's like, well, whoever blinks first, I guess, is going to be the answer. When we were seeing so many homes sell fast over the last, from 2020 to 2022, and everybody piling on, there was this feeling like, oh, this frenzy, like I got to buy two, I got to buy two, I got to buy two, and now like I don't know if I should buy it. Now it's the reverse. So that's an interesting psychology. I think the big thing we have to look at right now, and actually I think we've got 246 homes active on the market. That's the most we've seen since probably 2021, sometime in 2021 when the inventory dropped. It just went straight through the floor, and prices went through the ceiling. We're seeing a little bit of that effect, but it's a slower process. It's been a very slow downward climb or upward climb in inventory, and a slow downward drop in pricing. So it's very interesting. We're not seeing straight down, straight up. It's been kind of settling, and is there more of a bottom? We don't know. Who knows what's going to happen? But I'm going to say this: it's like, when you're thinking about buying, and I've talked about this before, if you think about buying, buy because of your motivation, not because the prices are at the bottom. Because what we know is when prices get to a certain point, buyers, there's enough demand out there, and there's still a shortage of inventory because we're still not at the 400 peak that we saw a couple of years back. There's still demand. And when you have that demand, anytime you get to a certain point, you get that home to a certain point, then you get multiple offers and you get people that buy the home. That's what's selling right now. Right now, I'm talking to my realtors, and what we're seeing is the homes that they're in good condition and move-in ready. They are priced pretty well. Like, oh, that's a good price. That's a good value when you look at it. Those are the ones that are selling in a week or two. Like, they sell. The ones that are staying on the market, the ones that are like, well, it needs updating, it needs some work, it needs new carpeting, it needs paint, and the owners didn't want to do it. They didn't want to put any work into it. So recommendation to sellers, put the money in it. You want to get the money back, put the money in it, get your place to tip top, just like you're selling a car where it's like, it's waxed, it's shiny, it's clean, the tires have armor all on it, it looks sexy, it's pretty. We got to get our homes to look that way, and it might mean you have to spend some money to get it there. in order to get your money full value out. Because what happens is if you don't, guess what? You get investors that come in and they want to lowball the price. But when your home is looking, it's looking sharp, priced right, it's going to sell. That's what we're noticing right now. So when we're looking at buying right now, should you buy? Only if you're looking to move into our area the next 4 to 6 months, should you buy now, in my opinion. If you're looking at 6 months down the road, like or further, like latter part of next year, 2023, maybe you should wait. Let's see what happens. But if you're thinking about buying like season on, like from April, March 2023, and now this is your window, buy now. Here's the case for it. Here's the case. The case is, let me give you an example. You're looking at a gardenia model, and it's priced at, let's say, 450,000. Let's just say it's 450. And you think, you know what, I think the price is going to drop. I'm going to wait. My question, if I'm in your shoes, is okay, where do I think it's going to drop? And where would I be comfortable buying this home? And let's say you say 400,000, right? You think it's going to go all the way to 400,000. Maybe yes, maybe no. Who knows? I mean, that'd be a 10% drop. That's possible. Maybe. Could happen. I don't know. Depends on a lot of things. Depends on inflation and interest rates and what happens next. And there's several indicators that we need to look at. We're certainly not, we don't have a crystal ball, but I think it's our job as brokers and realtors to guide you and give you the best information possible. Based on the information I have, it's possible. Maybe it goes to 425, but I wouldn't say 400, 450 to 425. But let's say your number is 400 and you have a home that's been sitting on the market for 90 days or 60 days, or it's been on the market a bit and there hasn't been much activity on it, and you're looking at it and you're going to wait. Don't wait. Make an offer on the darn thing. Make an offer, because guess what? You don't have competition. You don't have competition. Don't wait for competition as a buyer. The minute you wait for competition, you're waiting for another offer to come in. And I've heard this before. Wait for another offer to come in. Wait for, if you get activity, let me know. Like, no, you got activity. All of a sudden you got competition, and competition drives the price up, not down. It's the opposite effect. So while there's little competition, I would take advantage of that. The second thing that's happening is because this is, we're in the third week of October, that now we're looking forward to November, December. And December traffic tends to be lighter. Great time to buy. Little activity, better chance of less competition, better chance of getting the home at the price that you'd like to get it at. So think about where you'd like to buy the home. You'd be super excited if you bought the home at this price. Make the offer. Maybe they take it, maybe they don't. As sellers, you have to decide, okay, am I going to wait? If I have to sell within the next 2 to 4 months, I would say yes, look at aggressive offers. And if you don't, if you're not super motivated, then wait, hold on to it, maybe take it off the market, come back in the market in the spring, perhaps. That's an option, an opportunity. But really get your homes in shape, sellers. Pay attention to the market. Make sure your realtors are giving you great information on the market. And from the buyer standpoint, the same way, I would say move on making an offer now, because you have less competition for people that are not in play to buy a home, right? So pay attention to that. So a little bit so it's a fun thing to do right now. So obviously, guys, if you haven't subscribed so you know when we do a new update on the market. That way you'll be notified. That would be fabulous. Thank you. Also, two things I'm thinking of. November 12th, we do have our black and white ball that's coming up. If you haven't responded to that and you want to give, you want to donate to the Alzheimer's fund, or you want to participate in the black and white ball and you want to purchase a ticket and be part of that, Savannah Center, November 12th, call the office at 352-753-7500, 352-753-7500. And then a little bit of a fun thing for us to do is, obviously coming back from my 35th high school reunion, I'm curious where everybody went to high school, and what was the last reunion you went to for your reunions, like what was that year? So where did you go to high school, and what reunion year are you? Did you go to, or last, or where are you at the moment? Like how many years has it been since you went to high school? That'd be fabulous to know. So that's what I have for you. So if you have any questions, you know where to find me. Our website's here. My personal number is 352-572-3796. And I hope to hear from everybody really soon. Take care.